Hello, and welcome to Friends for Life, a podcast of the Lutheran Church Missouri Synod's Life Ministry. We're sharing the stories and insights of real people living out God's love for the people He's created. We hope you'll stick around and be our friends for life.
Thanks so much for joining us. I'm your host, Steph Neugebauer, here with my co-host, Deaconess Dr. Tiffany Manner. This is not your typical Friends for Life episode. Instead, we've got some exciting news for you.
Yeah, well, Friends for Life is reaching a whole lot of people, and we're having a great impact on our listener community. Thank you for listening, for sharing with your friends, your family, your church. And thanks for writing comments, for leaving a review, for following us on social media. We are thankful for your emails and your feedback, which is oh so important to us. You know, by God's grace and guiding hand, we are together growing as a community of believers, people who know that life matters to God, and so the life of each of our neighbors matters to us too.
You know, Tiffany, podcasts are unique. They allow us to build up the body of Christ, which is a community. And we get to do this through popping in some earbuds or listening over car speakers on the drive to work. You, our listeners, get to listen to people from around the globe. And another thing that is so cool about podcasting, especially from a host perspective, is that it allows you to dive into so many issues in a short amount of time. And so far, we've covered a giant range of life issues from infertility to adoption, reproductive ethics to end-of-life care, immigration and race, mental health and suicide, abortion, health and care for the body, and Tiffany, the list goes on.
Yeah, and yet there's still one large and looming topic that we haven't quite scratched the surface of. And it's one that our church is asking, really begging for more to be said about. So we're eager to share that we're going to be dedicating a whole season to discussing God's good design for human sexuality. We'll be hosting full episodes on the unique creation of man and woman, gender differences, and why distinguishing the sexes is important. We hope we can equip our listeners with tools for a heartfelt, gracious, compassionate response to a culture that embraces gender pluralism, gender transitioning, and same-sex relationships.
So listeners, your car stereo, your earbuds, whatever way you listen to us, will also be the training ground for equipping you and me and Tiffany with a faithful response to this increasingly volatile issue and other issues trending in our culture today. We'll continue to bring on some really excellent guests and let the experts be the ones to walk us through this. The other great thing about dedicating a whole season to one topic is that you, our listener, won't have to wait for 2+ weeks for a new episode to drop. In November, all of the episodes for this season will be available to listen to all at once. What do you think, Tiffany? Sound like a plan?
That's a great plan.
And so, listeners, we want to thank you for tuning in to this short episode, and we hope you'll stick around and continue to be our Friends for Life.
Thanks for joining us. Friends for Life is a podcast that introduces listeners to life issues by introducing them to friends who stand for life.